All right, guys, we got a 2013 Honda Civic HF right there. We got a muffler. We're gonna replace the muffler today. I'm gonna show you guys why we're replacing this muffler. This is the part number if you guys want to look for Walker. This customer bought it from rockauto.com. Those two boxes came in. So he bought me a spring bolts. This is the part number, and inside this package you got the spring bolts. We might not be using these. And we got a donut. We might not use the donut either because if the old one looks good, sometimes the new ones is no good. But there's the part number right there. So that's what we're going to use, the spring kit. I gave you guys the part number for everything if you need to get all this stuff. But let's take a look underneath the vehicle. And this is what it'll look like down here. Okay, so this is a common part that's broken right there. We're going to replace it. And we're going to fix this baby up really good. So what we're going to do is first, we're going to drop the muffler out. The muffler got this mount in the back. So we're going to spray some WD-40 and just push that out. Then we're going to heat these bolts and get these bolts out. They look really corroded. So let's get this job going. Okay, so the first step here, what we're going to do is we're going to take some WD-40. We're going to spray this down. It's going to be very easy for us to remove. At the same time, what you want to do is throw some WD-40 on this baby. Usually these bolts will break. We're probably going to heat them up. So I got my friend here. He's gonna help me. When I try to remove this, he's just gonna grab this for me. It's not hot, so you can just grab this for me, and then let's see how it goes. So get a little bit of help. It's not heavy. It's not gonna fall. It's not gonna hit you, but just make sure somebody holds it for you like that. And there you go. That's how easy that was. This is scrap. We're gonna throw this in the garbage. There you go. That's it. Simple. Took me 10 seconds to do that. That's with WD-40. If you don't put WD-40, it's not gonna happen. Now we got a 12 millimeter here, 12 millimeter here, but these are crusted out. So we're gonna throw some heat on this baby. We're gonna heat them really nice to get these babies out. The more you heat, the more better, right? So let me go get heat. I got my little, if you want to get a little torch like this, you can pick that up, but be careful with any fuel lines, anything that's leaking around it. You got brake lines and ABS lines, so be careful with all that. If you throw some WD-40 on it, it's gonna have flames, so be careful with that also. I'm gonna give this thing a good like 5 minutes. I'm gonna heat this up one at a time. Okay, you don't want to break anything. It's better to do it properly and easily and slowly, and manage the thing the right way. Anyway, give me a good 5 minutes and we're gonna come back. Okay, I've been torching this and I got my socket on it. So the beauty of this is, I'm gonna give it a temp now. I'm gonna let my torch sit on the floor. It's not ready to come out yet, so we're gonna give it more time, but it's moving. Okay, so I've been playing around with it a bit. It's ready to come out. Almost. There you go. So it's hot. Be careful if you're touching it. Just drop it, and that's it. Let this baby sit on the side. If you can reuse the bolts, good, but usually we are not able to save them. But we got one more back here, which doesn't look so crusted. Only the outer one is usually super crusted. So I'm gonna heat that one up also. You're gonna do the same thing. You buy this little torch, 30-40 bucks from Home Depot. You can get this guy. And good 5 minutes, probably less than that. And this thing should come out. So give me a moment and we'll take this baby out together. You know what? I'm gonna just record this as we are doing this, and I'm gonna try to give it a temp because this looks pretty easy. This one up here, because the bottom one looked kind of crappy because that one takes the most salt, water, rainwater, and this one just stays dry up there. So, like I said, buy a new set. It should be good. So this is like 30 seconds, so let's attempt with 30 seconds. Let's see what it does. Okay, we're gonna give it a temp just like this. So it's not gonna move yet, so we're gonna give it good 2-3 minutes. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep torching that. Okay, I'm still torching this. It's kind of moving. So I'm gonna give it another 10 seconds. And then we're gonna temp this little guy. It should come right off. So these are welded on little nuts. So if the new ones don't fit on it, we gotta put the old ones on. And this baby, it should nice hot. It should be nice and hot. And now we should be able to get this guy off. Look at that. So we're gonna be doing it manually because our tool is not gonna go there with the new muffler. Let's turn this off. So we're gonna take a moment and we're gonna get this guy off. This little guy is part of the rear end of the muffler, and this goes to garbage. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see this gasket. It's all gone. This whole gasket is gone. I'm gonna go get a screwdriver. I'm gonna tap all this out with the hammer so you can do the same thing. So I can see it from this angle. So what you want to do is this whole thing, this donut is gone. So hammer will be a good idea here. So I'm not gonna be able to hold the camera and hammer this guy. So this whole thing come off. So once it comes off, I will show you once it's nice and clean. Okay, so I cleaned the whole thing up and I sprayed some WD-40 in the bores of where the threads are. And here's your donut. This donut might not fit perfectly, but you might have to squeeze it on, and it will go on eventually. Aftermarket stuff never fits properly. And I'm gonna get this guy on. Okay. That's why I always buy original stuff, because aftermarket never fits properly. Why do the job twice when you only need to do it once? Okay, we got the donut on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the muffler on and lock up the bolts, and the bolts will squeeze this in. Over time, this will wear out. Okay, we're gonna take this muffler, same thing, we're gonna insert this muffler to the spot, and in the back end we're gonna put the mounting a little bit to okay, let it go right here. So these should squeeze right in. I'm gonna get both of these in and then I will show you. Got this in, throw some WD-40 on it. It will make it easy for you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little guy. You're gonna have to work a little bit magic here, pull back on it and get this guy on. And you wanna take the spring bolts. You're gonna have to squeeze these and get them on, okay? So you gotta catch the threads now. This is where you're gonna have to work a little bit hard. Sometimes what I do is I take a vice grip and I squeeze it and it'll go right on. So I'll probably try to do that. What you want to do is take your vice grip, you gotta do that, and then your bolts won't line, but at least it'll squeeze everything in place. And now I should be able to catch the threads on this little guy. Almost. Yep, there you go, I got it. I'm gonna do the same thing for the opposite side and then we'll work together and tighten this up. Okay, so I got the bolts in. All I'm gonna do is, this is 15 millimeter now, and we're gonna lock these up. Let me get it all the way. And once you're nice and tight, this gotta go flush against the system here, and that should squeeze your gasket right in all the way. So I'm doing the one in the back here. So almost flush in the back, and now I'm gonna work in the front. And I'm gonna lock this up, and that's it, guys. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Once it's nice and tight, you might smell this muffler because it has some kind of chemical sprayed onto it. This Paper can stay there, don't worry about it. That's it, you're all done and set to go. And this is a common issue on these Civics. You're probably gonna have to change this within 4 or 5 years. And this aftermarket stuff is not gonna last more than a year or a year and a half. That's it, bye-bye. The rest of the muffler just looks good. Sometimes this is the weak point. If this is a weak point, it'll replace the whole thing. And there you have it, all done and ready to go. Should be no more muffler sound.